Hello my crafting friends. I'm coming today with another DT project as a guest designer for Jamie's Not Too Shabby Shop.com. And this first card is on craft cardstock. It's a Michael's card. And I'm really trying to get into more of the layering, and I was inspired by watching Violet, who's Paper Made Pretty, and also Stephanie, who is Vintage Paper Girl, and she just showed a real shabby card she made in a box, and it was just lots of layering of papers and laces and trims. So that was my inspiration for this card. And the image, Jamie doesn't have this particular image in her shop right now, but she does have one of the La La Land. This one is called Princess Marcy, but she does have the Sassy Princess, and I believe it might even be on sale. And after April 6th, if you use Marla H as a DT code, you'll get 10% off your order. So I just layered a bunch of these Sweet Paris papers, and I first laid down a doily that I had in my stash, and I used 3 different strips of the paper. I used, on this one here, the floral one, I used an EK Success little dainty scallop punch, and then I distressed all the edges with my Tim Holtz distressor, and I used a word die that says hello, and I die cut out one of the papers. This is the polka dot paper, and I colored up the Marcy with my Copics, and I added some stickles here in like a diamond or a clear color just to add some bling. And I used this really beautiful vintage lace that I had found recently at a crafter's market. And then this is just some lace from my stash. It's actually some lace that I took off of one, like a garment that I was no longer using. So and I used a lot of that. I used it behind the doily, on top of the doily. I had a little die cut piece from a Prima pad, and then I used another little piece of that lace there. This is some more vintage lace from the beautiful jar of lace that I got at my antique mall. And then I used some of these beautiful petaloo flowers that I purchased from Jamie's shop. And then I used a couple little chipboard pieces that I used some really fun embossing on to just give that some accent. So that is my first card. I really like how that turned out, so I'll be getting ready to ship that out. And then these cards are more on the plain and simple side, and I tried to make them fairly flat because I'm going to be shipping these international and overseas. So these are using that same beautiful papers. The first one here, this pink fleur-de-lis pattern, I used a die that's a rectangle stitch die, and I cut that out. And then I used this text paper, and I cut that out in a smaller, these are like the Lawn Fawn stitched rectangle dies. I used a Prima Doily die here for this beautiful pattern paper. And then I used a Sizzix die here to die cut this image, and this is from the Sentiment Sweet Paris stamp set. And then this is the stamp that I got in my DT kit, and I used this really fun silver tinsel embossing powder to emboss the Eiffel Tower. And then I used another one of these really fun images that I had embossed with the gold, and then I colored in with my gold Sharpie, so it kind of makes it look really metallic. But the nice thing is it's flat and easy to mail. So that's my first card. That's clean and simple. And then my second card, what I did was, when I die cut this Prima Doily out, the page had you know, the negative space. So I took it and I used my Warren lipstick and I just kind of gave it a fun background in the different corners. And then here I did the same thing with the doily, so it just has a pop of color behind it, and then I glued the Prima doily on top, and then I just added some bling on the corners from my stash, and then I just added a couple of the pattern papers and just made little banners, and then I used my word die cut that says friends. So just a nice, you know, fairly elegant card, but pretty clean and simple and pretty flat to be able to add to a package for international and overseas. So thank you ladies so much for watching my video of my cards that I created for the Not Too Shabby shop, and please go check out her shop. I'll have a link in the description box below. Use Marla H as a coupon code after April 6th to save 10% off your order, and that even includes sale items. And she has some, you know, really adorable stamps in the sale section of her shop. Like I say, there's not this particular princess one, but there's like a sassy princess, and I believe it's in the sale place as well. So you'll save an additional 10% off of that price. So great deals, and she has wonderful customer service. So thank you, Jamie, for allowing me to guest design for your shop this month, and thank you ladies for watching, and happy crafting.